Let's now get in touch with our reporter Nonhlakanipho Magwaza, who has just arrived at the scene in Boston, and she joins us now for an update. Nonhlakanipho, a very good afternoon to you. Please give us the latest.
Good afternoon, Alicia. Yes, we are here at Boston. So far, all we know is that 3 people have been deceased or died during the fire that happened here earlier on this morning at Boston. We did have a bit of a traffic jam when we were coming through because the helicopter couldn't land in this place because of the raging fires that were still happening. A couple of people are injured. We don't know the exact number of people who are injured, but we will know once the emergency services are done with their briefing. As you can see, they're still briefing each other there where the incident happened. As you can, the bodies are still there. They have not been removed, and the next of kin have not been alerted of the deceased demise. As you all know that yesterday the provincial department of KZN released a statement saying that 7 people were killed during the fell fires here in the province. So the unofficial number we'll hear from the department, but with the 3, it makes the deceased the number of deceased to increase to 10 here in the province. Yesterday we did go to another incident where a death occurred of a 59-year-old woman up at Eshowe, and we just came from another a raging fire at an informal settlement in Durban, in Springfield, where 1 person was killed. A pregnant woman was killed there earlier on this morning. So these fires are ongoing. When we came this side earlier on, we did manage to speak to one property owner who were trying to extinguish the fire in this area, but they refused to speak to us because they were tired and exhausted from trying to extinguish the fire. She said that they believe that a person who was going past lit a match and threw the match out the window. That's how the fire started, but that's an unofficial statement. We'll hear from authorities once they arrive at the scene what exactly happened, how the fire started, and the contingency measures that the municipality will put in place for incidences like this in future.
Nonhlakanipho, talk to us about, the kind of damage that was caused in that area.
As you can see, Alicia, it's an extensive damage because the whole fields, I'm not sure whether this part belongs to SABC or whether or not it belongs to farmers, but a huge amount of hectares of land have been destroyed by the fire in this area. We don't know the exact amount of damage, but the extent goes as far as I can't even say how far it goes, but as you can see, it goes from as far as the eye can see, and there are still some smoke coming out from the hills that the fire is not completely put out. Earlier on, a helicopter, they even brought a helicopter to try and douse out the fire in this area because firefighters could not manage to put out the fire in this area. Hence, 3 of those firefighters passed away. We're not sure whether or not they were burnt or they suffered or they died from smoke inhalation.
Very sad news indeed coming out of Boston, Nonhlakanipho. Talk to us about this area, the accessibility thereof, and some of the immediate community that stays around this vicinity. Did anybody see anything in relation to what could assist essentially the authorities in determining the cause of this fire?
This area, it's mostly property, people's property. It's a farm area where people farm. We did speak, as I said earlier, we did try to speak to farm owners, property owners in the area who were too exhausted because they were trying to put out the fire earlier on this morning, and they didn't want to speak to us when we got here, saying that they were too exhausted and they were traumatized because the firefighters who were supposed to be helping the community were the ones who perished in the fire. So this fire, as you can see from this house, it's very close to where the fire started, but they did manage to put out the fire before it got too close to the house. We did try to speak to the owner as well, but I believe they were still busy with authorities that side to speak to us. They were quite in a rush because they were trying to inform SAPS and the fire department on how exactly the fire started and what exactly happened here in this area.